Have you ever felt like you didn't belong anywhere? It's like you were an outsider looking in? Today we're going to meet Ruth, a woman who felt that way too, but she didn't just accept it. She took matters into her own hands and ended up becoming the great-grandmother of King David. Yeah, that David, the one from the Bible. Now this story takes place back in the 12th century BCE and is part of the Old Testament. So we're talking ancient times. And our story starts with a woman named Ruth. Now she wasn't just any woman. She was a foreigner, a Moabite woman to be exact. It's like really far away from where the story is set. Now Ruth's story begins with her family. Her father-in-law had just died, and she's left with 2 sons who are still pretty young. And here's the thing. Back then when a man died, his widow was expected to marry one of his brothers so that he could carry on the family line. You see, she'd have been widowed only for months, and she was already getting offers from these random men who wanted to marry her. And on top of that, she had to leave her homeland. She was leaving everything familiar behind, her culture, her language, her friends and family. She was even leaving behind the God that she had known all her life. It's a lot to ask for someone to adapt to a completely new culture and religion. But for Ruth, it wasn't just about her, it was about her sons. She wanted them to have a future that didn't involve being half Moabite and half Jewish. But then something unexpected happens. One day while she's out gathering food, she meets a woman named Naomi. Naomi is also a foreigner, a Hebrew woman who's been living in Moab for a while because of a famine back in her homeland. But now that things are looking up, she's heading back to Bethlehem, back to Judah, back to her people. And Naomi invites Ruth to come with her, to go back to Judah. And at first, Ruth isn't sure. I mean, she doesn't know anyone there. She doesn't speak the language very well. And then there's the whole religious difference. But something about Naomi's kindness, her friendship, makes Ruth feel like she can take this leap of faith, that she can trust in something bigger than herself. And honestly, what does she have to lose? When they reach Bethlehem, word gets around that there's a Moabite princess in town. And once again, Ruth has men wanting to marry her, men who think that they can just sweep her off her feet because, well, she's a foreigner and maybe a little vulnerable. But thankfully, she's got Naomi's help. Naomi is like a big sister, guiding her, supporting her, helping her navigate this new world. And guess what? This story doesn't end with Ruth as a helpless widow. It ends with her as the great-great-grandmother of King David. Now that's a twist, right? You know, the foreigner who didn't want to conform, who didn't want to be anyone but herself, ends up becoming part of the royal lineage. So why is this story still relevant today? Well, because Ruth's story is more than just a historical account. It's a testament to the human spirit, to the courage it takes to be yourself, to hold on to your identity, especially when the world tells you to let go. It's about finding your place in the world when you feel like you don't belong anywhere. It's about resilience, about adapting to new cultures without losing sight of who you are. Ruth didn't just survive, she thrived. And in doing so, she paved the way for generations to come. You know, I've always believed that our stories have the power to shape not just our lives, but the lives of those who come after us. Ruth's story is a perfect example of that. So next time you feel like giving up, like you're not making a difference, remember Ruth. Remember the Moabite woman who dared to dream of a different life, and in doing so became a part of history? Alright folks, that's our Bible story for today. If you liked it, if you learned something new, don't forget to hit that like button. Share it with your friends and family. And while you're at it, subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.